Good afternoon, everyone. Bonjour tout le monde. Thank you for joining today's media availability on trial running for the O-Train Line 2 and 4. Merci de vous joindre à nous pour ce point de presse sur la période de rodage pour les lignes 2 et 4 de l'O-Train. Our media availability is available in either French or English. If you would like an audio interpretation, please click the interpretation globe icon below the bottom menu and select your preferred language. You can ask your questions in the preferred language of your choice. This meeting is being recorded. Ce point de presse est disponible en français ou en anglais. Si vous souhaitiez bénéficier d'une interprétation audio, cliquez sur l'icône de globe d'interprétation dans le menu du bas, puis sélectionnez la langue de votre choix. Vous pouvez poser vos questions dans la langue de votre choix et cette réunion est enregistrée. Our media availability will include opening remarks from Renee Almukar, General Manager of Transit Services, and Richard Holder, Director of the Rail Construction Program. Le point de presse aujourd'hui comprendra des remarques préliminaires de Renée Amical, Directrice générale, Service de transport en commun, et de Richard Holder, Directeur Programme de construction de TLR. I'll pass things over to Renée. Je vais maintenant passer la parole à Renée.
Merci beaucoup, Katrina. Bon après-midi, tout le monde. Toujours heureuse de vous.
I'm always very happy to have you with us. Thank you for being here.
Today, I'm joined, as usual, by Richard Holder, Director of the Rail Construction Program, to discuss the trial running results from October 15th. Yesterday, Transit Next achieved an excellent daily on-time performance score of 100%. I welcome these results, and I'm pleased with how Transit Next daily on-time performance has been trending. But we remain focused. I'm also happy to report that staffing levels have been stable, and there have been no additional shortages to report since last Saturday. Now I will invite Richard to provide you with an overview on the latest trial running results. Richard, s'il vous plaît, merci.
Merci, Renée, and good afternoon, everyone. Today's report will cover trial running performance for Tuesday, October the 15th. As Renée mentioned, yesterday's Transit Next on-time performance was 100%. This brings the 14-day rolling average to 99.6% and means that there are a minimum of 5 days left to achieve the target of 98.5% over a 14-day rolling average. I continue to be encouraged by the results and will now turn it over to Katrina for your questions. Thank you.
Thank you, Richard. We'll go to our questions. I will ask each agency in alphabetical order to ask their question. Je vais maintenant inviter chaque organisme de presse par ordre alphabétique à poser des questions. We'll start with, nous allons commencer par Ted Raymond at CTV.
Hi there. I guess my question today is, it's kind of related to the issue you discussed yesterday with regard to the staffing. I'm happy to see 100% today, but the strategy of reducing service on the airport line, I just want to see if you can comment a little bit more on that, Madame Amilcar, with regard to, customers will be taking 3 trains to get to the airport, and you're saying that if staffing levels are short, that you would reduce service on the airport line, replace it with buses because it's a bit easier. I'm just wondering if you could comment on how that looks from a customer standpoint, or what you would say to customers in that eventuality, if that were to come to pass once revenue service is available.
Thank you very much for the question, and thank you for providing me the opportunity to clarify my thought. So first and foremost, at OC Transpo, we want to be able to deliver the service daily as planned. Unfortunately, sometimes we know that we will need to face with some inconvenience, and that's why we are working on adding more operators. That said, that can happen for many reasons. So the easier decision, it will be to remove 1 train from the airport, because we have only 2 stops to serve, and it's easy for us to put a bus to replace the train to provide a service from South Keys to the airport. Again, our goal is to provide a service with the trains, and we are working very hard to put mitigation measures like that in place. But it's easy to take a bus for 2 stops, South Keys, Uplands, and the airport. And I want to assure you as well, on Saturday, we will move 1 train, but the second one was available, and we have been able to run train instead of 2, but at least we continue to provide the service.
That's all my questions for today. Thank you.
Thank you, Ted. We'll go on to Blair Crawford at Ottawa Citizen.
Hi, thanks for the daily briefings and the information and the clarification earlier, but I don't have any questions today. Thanks.
Great. And we'll move on to Shane Segay at Railfans.
Hi, thank you for taking our questions. I had a question about yesterday's update. There was no mention of the vehicle issue from last Friday, which was noted in the memo. So could you provide more details on what was experienced?
Yeah, I'm not able to provide the information from last Friday. To be honest, I don't have my notes in front of me, so I would have to get back to you on that.
Okay. And then my follow-up is about getting a little ahead of myself here, but the second phase of trial running, which is likely to start next week, just had a question about that in respect to phase 1 having a percentage or score that had to be met. In phase 2, which is scenario-based, is there any scenario or circumstance which could lead to phase 2 being extended beyond 7 days, or would it conclude 7 days regardless of the outcome?
Thank you for the question. So the first, we're not done yet because we need 14 days, right?
Mm-hmm.
So we will need to wait until Monday, where we will have Sunday results. But fingers crossed, so far so good, but we stay focused, as I used to say. Let's say that we have good results and we have this running average above 98.5%. So that means the next week will be effectively for OC Transpo to play with the system. Will we make, emergency? Will we make diversion? Those kind of things. But there will be no pass or fail day. It's only to play with the system. We have already started, and we will continue to do that. And after that, we'll go to probably a briefing technique, and we'll give you more update on that probably this week. So we'll present our results, and we'll have a detailed plan on how things will go moving forward after that. So to answer clearly to your question, the last week will be only to play with the system without any fail and any pass date.
Great, thank you.
Perfect. Thank you. Merci. This concludes our media availability today. Ceci conclut le point de presse aujourd'hui.